Hey, if you're new here, my name is Dan, this is Book Nook Noggin, and I kind of have a thing for time travel books. So if that sounds good to you, stick around because wait till you hear about this book. Okay, so I wanted to read Time and Again by Jack Finney, and I did not realize at the time that this guy is the same guy who wrote The Invasion of the Body Snatchers. And I wanted to read Time and Again, which is a time travel story, because I saw on the internet, I saw a recommendation from Stephen King that he said that hands down this is one of the best time travel books out there. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to have to check this one out. This is a part of a series, I guess you could say. There is a direct sequel to this, and there is a collection of short stories as well. I originally had thought that it was a trilogy, but the third book is a collection of short stories. Now, this was roughly clocked in around 400 pages, about 399, I think. This is classic sci-fi. I'm going to say right off the bat that this is not going to be for everyone. If you're one of those people who's just not used to reading classic sci-fi, the prose is kind of written much like Ray Bradbury, Richard Matheson. It kind of had those kind of vibes to it. It's kind of really not flowery prose. It's kind of more or less just the facts and just kind of laying out the story and telling it. I will admit that this was kind of a slow burn for me, and at first I was kind of like not really into it because the way they travel back in time, they kind of do so through immersion and an immersion technique where they kind of create and get the mindset. They use hypnosis and they try to immerse themselves into the time period they want to go back to. And I thought that was really kind of awkward and really kind of strange. I haven't really read anything like that before. Possibly maybe Richard Matheson's time travel story was similar in that regards. But it's been a while since I've read that one, so I can't say for sure. Now, the whole time I was reading this, I kind of had this, like, I don't know if it's like Mandela effect, but I felt like this had been a film and that I had seen it before, but come to find out, they have been trying to adapt this for a film numerous times, but it has not been adapted into a film as of this date of me filming this. But yeah, I'm going to say you're going to like this if you're into historical fiction. It was copyrighted in 1970, and a lot of the events take place in the late 1800s. So the author kind of tends to like describe New York City and what it was like just before 1900. Mainly that's what the book was like. I'd say like 2/3 of it were about the descriptions of the people and places of late 1800s New York City. So that's why I'm saying it's kind of a slow burn, and I was almost going to rate this a 3 out of 5 star rating on Goodreads until I got to like the last quarter of the book when things really picked up. The plot, which I don't want to spoil it for you because if you want to go check this out, there was a plot and a reason why this guy was traveling back to the late 1800s New York City. And that plot something happened to that plot that really made this book a 4-star book for me. Not only that, but there was like a little twist with that ending, and something else interesting and different from other time travel books I've read happened with that story that I thought was kind of cool and different. And when I see different in fiction, I'm like, woo, yeah, definitely. That really impresses me. If you can stand out from all the others, you're definitely going to win some stars with me. But yeah, it was really, if you gotta set yourself in, and it, like I said, it's not until the last quarter of the story does things seem to get really, really interesting. It is very much a slow burn. It is kind of very pulp fiction-y kind of, with the talk of the late 1800s and kind of crime and all that kind of stuff. So, be prepared for that. If that's not your thing, this might not be the right book for you. I'm going to have to sometime check out his Invasion of Body Snatchers. I do want to read the sequel and the collection of short stories for this, but I think I'm going to hold off for a little bit because, like I said, it was kind of a slow burn. It was something that I kind of wasn't really excited to read, and I took my time with it because it was such a slow burn. But yeah, I gave it a 4 out of 5 star rating on Goodreads. Stephen King is right. It is a pretty darn good time travel story. Of course, as always, for those of you in the U.S., I will have a link to Amazon down below. I'm going to link it to bookshop.org for you international folks. And if you got something from watching this video, by all means, buy me a coffee or two. I could use the energy and the motivation. And if you came here looking for book reviews and book recommendations, please hit that subscriber button and hit that notification bell so you're well aware of when I upload again. This has been Dan. This has been Time and Again by Jack Finney. There's not much more I can say about it without spoiling it, but I hope I gave you guys enough about the book that you're going to want to go check it out for yourselves. Till next time, stay healthy and be good to each other.